Hi folks, welcome to the Prepared Homestead. This is Travis. Thank you all for stopping by to watch. It's a beautiful day, and depending on how you look at things, it's a little drizzly and rainy out, but I'm heading to our meeting place where we have our big monthly meeting. These are always filled with excitement. You get to reconnect with people, friends and family that we've gotten to know over the last several years. We've been doing it over 5 years now. And always a fun experience. So come on out if you can. We've got a wonderful lady that's a master herbalist and master gardener. We're going to be talking about gardens today. There had been some predictions of severe storms in this area this afternoon. It looks like it may not happen because we had storms this morning. And that's potentially taken the energy out of the atmosphere. But areas east of us could still experience some severe weather, so we're going to probably try to end the meeting a little earlier than normal so that people that live east of here can get on home to their homesteads and stuff. But certainly come on out. It's a great family-friendly event, and everybody always loves it. So all this stuff that's been going on since the president took office in regards to like war stuff, there's been this maybe an attempt at an appearance, I don't know, some kind of appearance that we are rebuilding relationships with Russia, that the United States and Russia are buddies and pals, and the president has many times, criticized Ukraine and lifted up Russia, and there's just this appearance that we are aligning more with them, and that's going to be our new allies and all this kind of stuff. And maybe there's some truth to that, or maybe it's a cover-up of some sort. For a long time, I have been trying to get the point across in these videos that there's something bigger in the background happening. There is a bigger war. Yes, there are all these little wars, these little conflicts. Right now it's the United States in Yemen, and soon it'll be United States in Iran, and then the United States in Greenland, and all this kind of stuff. But there's a bigger event that's looming in the background, a bigger world war. And I know that because I've read the Bible several times. And I know that the stuff that we're seeing it's setting up the chessboard. It's just getting things into place for something bigger to happen. And I think all the world leaders know that. I think that's why you're seeing everyone buy up all the gold. That's why you're seeing so much turmoil and distractions in other areas. You're seeing all these countries across the board, move into big military productions, recruitments of the military, all this kind of stuff everywhere. Like if you really have the eye to see, there's nothing that looks like peace is in the future. It all looks pretty serious. And I think a lot of people have been duped by that. They think that, they see what's in the headlines, right? They see what's posted on social media, and they, believe what the politicians say. Oh, this is a peace candidate. No more war, end all the wars. Okay, yay, let's go vote for him. It's going to be great. Except that's not actually what's happening. And I think this illusion of an alliance with Russia is just that. It's an illusion. Like I said, the president has many more times than I could count since he took office, praised Russia, criticized Ukraine, all this kind of stuff. Zelensky, the whole Oval Office debacle with Zelensky, which I still believe was all a theatrical event. I think one of the things that kind of backs this up is this whole Greenland thing. So this come out of nowhere, okay? There's not anyone, whether they supported Trump or not before the election, that had this was not on anyone's radar. Like, Greenland's not been on anyone's radar like ever, maybe since the Vikings. There's like 50,000 people that live there. No one ever thinks about it. I'm not putting Greenland and its citizens down. I'm just saying it's just No one ever thinks about it. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, Greenland is like the hot topic and the top commodity. So over the last few days, the vice president, his wife, and some other White House personnel went to visit Greenland. And I want to make a note that not any official from Greenland met with them. Met them when they got off the airplane or anything. No one did. But the Secretary of Defense released a video, definitely a produced video, U.S. military produced, who knows. And in this video, it was talking about how the importance of taking Greenland, like we have to have Greenland. And in the video, he talks about a war with Russia, that this could prevent a war with Russia, that this could, when a war with Russia happens, we will be in a better defensive posture by having Greenland. Vladimir Putin and the Russian Federation has been emphatic about how they do not want the United States to have Greenland. Even to the point of kind of bending and mixing words to make it almost sound like a threat. Yesterday, the president again stated that military actions, the use of force to take Greenland, is not off the table. And he has said several times in the recent days and weeks of the critical importance of Greenland because of war with Russia. And I'm sitting here thinking, wait a minute. You know, when it comes to Ukraine and Eastern Europe, Russia and us are becoming buddies, right? We're going to open up trade with them. We're going to back off the, sanctions. They're going to allow, commercial airlines to go back and forth. All these things. We're buddies. We're going to go to Mars together. We're buddies over there. But when it comes to Greenland, we're not. And it's not about Greenland so much. I mean, there's people saying, well, there's possible minerals and all this stuff on Greenland. I'm sure those things exist everywhere. It's because of the proximity to the United States. If Russia had Greenland, they would be able to very quickly, easily launch an attack on the United States. And that's what the president and the defense, all of them are saying, that's why it's so critical. Well, if we're buddies with Russia, then why does that matter? We don't worry that Denmark has control of Greenland because we know there's no threat from Denmark. We know that Denmark are not going to, put on their wooden shoes or whatever and come and invade us. So why is it important that we have it if we have good relations and we're building good relations with the Russians? And like I said, it's interesting. On one hand, even Russia talks favorably about relations with the United States and Ukraine and Eastern Europe. And then on the other hand, how this is a huge threat to Russia with the United States potentially taking Greenland. And I think it's going to happen. And I don't know how it's going to look. I doubt that it will be forced. I think that is just a threat to kind of scare everyone. But this is becoming serious. And Vladimir Putin stated last week that Donald Trump is very serious about taking Greenland. That this is not a joke. He's not trolling. This is serious. And so it's like all these things are happening to move puzzle pieces or to move chess pieces into a particular place, not because there may be some kind of immediate threat, but because someone or a bunch of someones get it, that there is a future threat a few years down the road, and they're preparing for that. Because it makes no sense out of nowhere to take Greenland, to cause all this threats to Denmark and to the people of Greenland, all this kind of stuff. If there's no threat, if Russia and us are buddies. There's something bigger happening, folks. I don't specifically know what it is, and you guys don't either. We can all have our theories, but I think it is very biblical. And I think that there is a big event, big war that is looming in the future. And it may not necessarily be Ukraine, it may not necessarily be Iran, it may not necessarily be Yemen. I mean, it was yesterday, I think, the defense secretary said that we will be securing the waterways of the Taiwan Strait. So here we are again, you know, poking our nose in areas over there and between China and Taiwan. But I think that there's something bigger, and maybe all of those events will all be connected into one big war. But we need to start preparing, because it's obvious that the world leaders are doing it. They're hoarding all their gold, buying it up, repatriating, bringing it back home, sticking it in their own vaults. Militaries are building everywhere. Defense companies are in like overdrive. China, the United States, Europe, Russia, everyone's building weapons as fast as they can. Everyone is trying to build up military ranks as fast as they can. All signs point to a future big conflict. And what's happening today may be directly connected to it, all these other events, and it may be something totally different. But either way, we have to be getting ready. Maybe you still have some time. And so you need to start getting ready, because things are dramatically changing around the world. It's just not that it's always right in front of our face. You kind of have to have the eyes to see and the ears to hear. So wake up, folks, and get your houses in order. And prepare yourselves mentally, physically, and spiritually. Thanks for watching. Catch you in the next video.